Okay, so I'm going to talk about trading with the news. Um, Trading in news is considered, I would consider it as having good timing in your swing trades. Now, who would actually use news in order to make money, right? It would not be the scalpers. So scalpers would be people who trade on the 1 minute, say, 1 minute, 5 minute, right? Maybe 10, maybe 15 minute, you know. Generally, maybe 15 minutes you could use the news, but I would say anything below 15 minutes, you generally would not want to have your trade on when the news is going on. Now, the reason for that is because of the issue of spread, right? Now, because there's going to be two prices, right? One is your broker price, and the other one is going to be the actual price in the market. So this would be this is what the broker is basically making on this spread over here. There's a spread over here. This is the actual price of the market. So as price is moving up and down, right? This is usually on MT4 is depicted by a red line. This is actually moving up and down as well. So this goes up, this red line goes up. When price comes down, this red line comes down. Now, when there's news, right, this spread can go up to, I've seen it go as much as 30 pips, which is pretty insane, right? 30 pips. And trading on this lower time frame, most stop losses will be taken out if we are actually in a scalping mode. So when news is around the corner, generally there should be no scalp trades, all right? Because when news comes, this is going to widen. It is going to widen, say about that much and that much. So regardless of where we are, if let's say our entry was here, let's say we try to sell at this price, well, guess what? Our stop is like over here, because the spread widens from this much becomes that much. You're going to get stopped out, basically. And during news, what can happen is this can also whipsaw. It can go up, and then it can come down. It can go up and it can come down. Like it just whipsaws like this. And then no matter where we are in the trade, let's say for some people might be in the buy, some people might be in the sell, but guess what? They're both stopped out, basically, as price action whipsaws up and down. And scalpers will most likely be stopped out. All right. So people who scalp do not do well when it comes to news trading, right? So if you trade anything from 15 minutes and below, you have to be very aware when news is coming out. So one place you can go to is I do use Forex Factory. So let's go to Forex Factory over here. Right. So you do want to take note, like 8:30 here. See, you have CAD news. It's coming out. Employment, unemployment. You have non-farm payroll coming up 8:30. So today is going to be an important session for the CAD and the dollar pairs, right? So if a trader is scalping, so around 8, say around 8 p.m. Singapore time, you may decide, hey, I'm not going to trade. I'm going to sit on my hands. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go to the for a swim. I'm going to take care of my crystal red shrimps. I'm going to play Street Fighter 5 until 9 p.m. Singapore time. That's when I will come back and scalp the charts after spikes have happened in both directions. So let's say the cat news is spike up, it's spike down, big candles. Well, it looked like a big candle on the 5 minute, but maybe on the larger time frame, it's just a small movement in the grand scheme of things, But let's say on the 5 minute chart, this one, candles could be spiking up and spiking down and spiking up and spiking down. That can always happen. Or sometimes it just shoots up in one direction, right? So it's kind of, you can't really predict which way it's going to go. I've seen different types of strategies for trading news, but essentially I would say most of these strategies, when it comes to scalping, are in and out, fast in and fast out, right? If we're going to be using the news in order to make say like 80, 100 pips, right? Usually this will fall under a non-scalping type of strategy. So first, so that's it. Number one, if you're scalping, right? Generally, you don't want to trade when news is coming out because the spread is going to stop out the trade. So you're going to lose $100 or $1,000 or whatever it is that you're risking in it. You're going to be stopped out, right? Now, if you're going for like a swing trade, maybe a position trade, it may be a 4-hour swing trade, where it's, trades like these, you're definitely going to be interested in the news. So while scalpers are looking to jump out, swing traders are looking to jump in, right? So a scalping risk management style isn't the same as a swing trade management style. They are completely different. It's just like saying, if you're a sniper, maybe you play Counter-Strike or you play Battlefield 5. If you have a sniping an op, you're gonna want to stay far from your opponent. Whereas if you have a pistol, I don't know, or you're carrying a AK-47, right, in CS:GO, or maybe carrying a Mac-10, you want to go close. So a close range gun, that's scalping. A long range gun, that's swing. They have different strategies. Basically, the way we manage the risk is going to be different, right? So when it comes to news and your scalping, it's best to exit the trade, right? When it comes to swing, you could actually use news in order to make money, right? So scalping, we want to play defense. For swing, we want to play offense. Because the reason I say this is because when price action moves, say, let me see here. When price action say they move this way, let's say price action crawl all the way to the top like this. This is probably a 4-hour, or I might even say it's a daily time frame, right? D1. And this took many days to crawl up, and it reached some previous top right here. And this one started to crawl up. That's a time factor swing like this. And there must be a time factor there, okay? So this would actually make a good sell. Right? It could break through, but generally, if this slow crawl, it crawls up, this does a crawl like a 1 drive, a 2 drive, a 3 drive. If it does a very slow crawl to what was the previous high, and news happens to be coming out at that point in time when price action is making a 1 drive, a 2 drive, a 3 drive like this, right? That means at this point in time, even if you took the sell down and you got stopped out here, it is still a good sell. Why? Because the most important thing about trading, I think, is that psychology of success. And if you're going to lose, you might as well lose quickly, right? But if you make, you might lose $1,000, but you can make potentially 6,000 there, right? So and in order for this kind of stuff to happen, you definitely need something like news. News is what propels this in so strongly. So a scalper would not be able to benefit from this because they'll probably be stopped out by the time the news settles. The spread the spread was like this, but then the spread widened during news, and price might have whipsawed up, whipsaw down, whipsaw up, and then finally it settled like. So finally, the spread became like this. So price action starts to trickle down, which is actually this move. So if I'm going to do that, it slowly starts to trickle down this way, like it trickles down this way. But before a scalper can benefit from this, he would have been stopped out because of that. And worse still, if he had no stop loss, what if price action had done that? The account has gone bust, you see. That's why scalpers generally cannot benefit from news. But if a swing trader who is looking to gun for like anywhere from 50, 80, 100, 200, 300 pips, they are looking for the news is your friend. And if you know how to use it, then you're gonna be able to well, the faster you realize this, the faster you can develop trade ideas that will allow you to benefit from the powerful impact of news, right? So I think that's what I have to share today. All right. Any questions? Feel free to post in the comments. Okay, bye-bye.